Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 and a very tired band of adventurers. As you can see here on the left-hand side of the screen, we are spent. We are out of short rests, and we have just finished a confrontation with a number of very voracious gnolls. Look at all the blood, or don't look at it if that's not your thing. I don't judge. It's pretty gross. But one thing we do need to do is go through here and just pick up our spoils of war. And once we have done that, our intention is to head on back and get ourselves a nice, well-earned long rest. There's a number of these hyena ears, which I hope will be useful for something. I didn't see what that was. The potion of speed. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, hey. We'll take that. Absolutely, we will. The dagger, we'll pass on that. That was a particular corpse that was shredded into pulled pork by our warlock's cloud of daggers, you know. So there's probably not much left to see. A fire wine barrel. Now, what is that? Sweet smell of booze emanates from within. Oh, that's pretty neat. I wonder, is it given the name fire wine because it would explode upon detonation, or some more drow poison? Okay, very cool. Some viscera here. I'm guessing we're not going to find any camp supplies. Stained towel. What else am I missing? Rib cage. To the good, godly folk of Faerun. Well, we should read that. A little bit of propaganda, or editorializing at least. A circular from the Church of Ogma, Lord of all knowledge. It is stamped with the seal of Brevek Feanor, Most High Lore Master of the Unrolling Scroll Temple in Baldur's Gate. To the good, godly folk of Faerun. In the first instance, and in the name of the Lord Binder himself, let me bid you thanks. The realm's shaking events that have since become known as the Second Sundering marked a time of great confusion and upheaval. Gods fell and rose again, lost continents reappeared, and the very weave shook as the plains birthed a new and yet mysterious order. Such chaos is often an anathema to Ogma's sacred pursuit of truth and knowledge. However, with the help of the innumerable first-hand accounts submitted to our agents by good folk all across the continent, the Church is satisfied that an image of these strange years has begun to coalesce. As such, we would kindly ask that no further unsolicited material on this matter be sent to our temples, while all knowledge is of import to the Lord Binder. We are confident that any future plane-shaping events will not be presaged in the shape of tobacco smoke or red in the droppings of the village herd. A new and strange age is upon us. For divine guidance, we humbly bid you look to your local temple leaders and to forward such relevant materials to them. Yours ever seeking, Brevek Feanor, servant of Ogma. That's pretty funny. At first I thought it was some sort of impactful statement of philosophy or whatever, but then it's basically the government saying, please stop sending us UFO sightings, we do not care, except in kind of a more religious format. It's kind of funny. Shipment orders, here we go. Deliver the chest to me unopened. Read the first sentence again. Open it, and I will know, because you will be dead. This is not a threat. This is what will happen if you open the chest. NF. Find the missing shipment, and I'm sure we're going to be tempted to open this chest. Now my curiosity is piqued. Plus, I'm somebody who doesn't like to be told what to do, you know? So I'm like, how dare you tell me not to open something that is so interestingly mysterious. As per my last letter. Though the name of the recipient is obscured, the letter appears to continue a debate of some heat. Your analysis is flawed. The hells are not so simple to understand. Boiling down 9 cosmological layers into evil, but with a few more rules, does generations of scholars discredit. Each layer is its own unique moral and magical ecosystem. What Zariel permits in Avernus may be blasphemy to Mammon in the chained cities of Minoros. The hells bend not only to their whim and will, but to their mere presence. The more souls they acquire, the more that combined influence spreads. Avernus itself is glorious for study. Watch a Yugoloth mercenary debate mid-battle with a Rakshasa, and tell me I'm wrong. From its red, starless sky to every bloody tributary leading to the Styx, there is something to explore. Of course, getting down there in the middle of a blood war is a bit stressful, but you can't judge what you don't know. I've gotten off topic. The point is, you're wrong. Looking forward to your reply. Best, Silvira Savakas, Sage of Candlekeep. A little enthusiast of the 9 hells. And who can blame her? It does... Well, as somebody who has been to the 9 hells in the prologue, I'm sure we have a thing or two to say about it. A longsword? Sure, we'll hang on to that. If nothing else, we could sell it. We'll pick up this pamphlet again. The gate is closed. One more letter to read, it looks like. Baldur's Gate, a bastion of commerce and culture, rewarded only with corruption and catastrophe, crime, poverty, taxation, burdens unfairly heaped upon the shoulders of the common citizenry. Thieves and outsiders grow fat on the teat, while native Baldurians starve in the street. For too long, the Grand Duke and his parliament of peers have left our gate unguarded. If you, like us, stand ready to defend it, then join like-minded individuals for a frank exchange of ideas. Join the Keepers of the Gate. Enough is enough. The gate is closed. This was the internet before there was internet. I have seen that type of commentary plenty of times in other places, and...
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Takes a certain type of person to engage in that discourse. Alright, mangled corpse. Gold, copper band, an open letter on oppression, and peacocks. Great. Written in a furious, sloping hand, this is a letter to the editor of Baldur's Bash, a tabloid notorious for its controversial articles. Oh, I need to adopt a supercilious voice for this one. Dear editor, I find it despicable, nay, diabolical, that you would defend Baldur's Gate's ridiculous restrictions regarding animals in the city. No animal larger than a peacock may gain entry? How archaic. My darling Giselle is the most well-behaved bear you'll ever meet, and yet to spend time with my child I must visit my summer home in Cormyr. I call upon the Parliament of Peers to resolve this issue immediately. The emotional and psychological well-being of the people of Baldur's Gate is at stake, and I shall take this to the highest of authorities, should it not be dealt with accordingly. Right now, Giselle cries out for her father. This archaic policy has separated a child from her parent. I don't know how the Grand Duke Ulder Ravengard lives with himself. Yours faithfully, Mr. R. Pickens. Well, who knows? If we find ourselves in Baldur's Gate, perhaps we will run across this R. Pickens and discourse with him more upon the merits of keeping bears as pets. Seeing as we don't have a ranger in the party, I find it of questionable utility for us. But I guess you never know, right? And with that, I think we've made a full circuit. I guess there's some items here for us to pick up as well and send to camp. All kinds of various alcohols and wines and liquors and, oh yeah, dessert wine rather. Carafe of wine. If there's one thing I am certain of is that we will not run out of camp supplies at all during this playthrough. I think we have hundreds of camp supplies. I'm going to pick this up. So yes, our intention was to long rest after this. Maybe we should just explore as much as possible, and at the first sign of any type of trouble, or even perhaps, you know, sentient beings, we will flee. Because I don't know if we could survive another fight at this point. Oh, an autosave here. That's somewhat ominous. Anything over here to pick up? No, but a very credible view, I have to say. Ooh, there's a cave back here, a chasm. Oh, I see. Alright, some more knolls over here. This is probably a good spot for us to head on back to camp before we tempt fate too much more. But first we'll check out this dead hyena. Why not? Alright. With that, let's long rest and end the day. The other reason why I want a long rest is I would prefer not to spend my healing potions in a way that is inefficient, right? Because at this point, since we have no more ways to heal ourselves, we would basically be sharing healing potions amongst ourselves. And now it's time to check in with the various members of our merry band, starting with the old boatman, undead, whatever he may be, Withers.
Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
I don't think so. No. Okay. So he's basically just going to offer us those two services. I thought there was potentially going to be more dialogue, but I guess not. All right. Let's converse with our companions, starting with Gale here. Oh, Mystra, the matron of magic herself, an ambitious desire indeed to hold her in your hands.
Oh. My, you startled me. Was miles away.
Care to tell me why you were conjuring an image of the goddess? I love all the unique dialogue that we get based on our class.
No special reason, really. I was just practicing an incantation.
I don't believe you. There's more to it than that. You were contemplating her in a way I can hardly fathom. Yeah, absolutely. A DC 5. There's no bonuses. Oh, do I have a lucky point left? I didn't think I did, but no, let's just roll a straight up check. Oh, a 2? Are you kidding me, man? Well, guess we're doomed not to know. Oh, can you roll an inspiration? Let's do that. I kind of like the idea of saving our inspirations for, like, companion dialogue and kind of advancing their storyline. So we'll use an inspiration. It seems like almost a waste, but then again, remember, we can have up to a maximum of 4 inspirations, and so we basically have to give ourselves the room to... Oh my gosh. This is Shadowheart all over again. A critical failure. We're rolling again. Okay. That's more like it. Holy cow.
What can I say? She's Mystra. I can't quite describe it. The need I sometimes feel to see her. To draw the filaments of fantasy into existence. No sculpture or painting could ever do her justice. Only the fabric that she herself is and embodies. The weave. Mystra is all magic. As far as I'm concerned, she is all creation.
I didn't realize how devoted you were to her specifically. I thought you were more of an academic.
Magic is my life. I've been in touch with the weave for as long as I can remember. There's nothing like it. It's like music, poetry, physical beauty, all rolled into one and given expression through the senses. Is it the same for you?
Yeah, well, we'll go with the bard answer. Magic is music, poetry, and beauty, though I suspect you and I perform it differently.
Fair enough. Though in the end, we're still playing the same composition. Perhaps I can show you what I mean by reaching into the weave together.
Sure, I guess.
Then follow my lead. Now you.
Okay. Imitate the gesture with ease. A performance check. Imitate the gesture with a flourish. Imitate the gesture slowly and precisely. Imitate it quickly and decisively. Oh, well, do I just auto succeed if I if I do it as a bard? Yeah, I guess. Nice, look at me.
A familiar feeling, like a kind word and a kind touch at the same time. It's warm and comfortable.
Excellent. Now, repeat after me. Athran mistraril kantrak eo.
Repeat the words slowly and carefully. Speak them deliberately. Let's roll a performance check on this one. Why not? Oh, we'll auto-succeed on this. Yeah. Flourish on Ao.
Ah, yes. The scent of rosewater and a sense of well-being. A sliver of weave that tastes sweet on the tongue.
Very good. Now, I want you to picture in your mind the concept of harmony. As true as you can.
Harmony comes easily to you, or history or insight. Let's auto succeed. Harmony comes easily to you. Allow it to wash over your mind and magic.
You see, or is it sense, the unmistakable presence of Mystra, the Lady of Mysteries.
Whoa.
There's something like the anticipation of a kiss, then the pleasure of being cloaked in peace. You are safe. You are nestled in the cup of Mystra's hand.
You did it! You're channeling the weave. How does it feel?
Yeah, I could have managed it by myself.
You're hard to please, aren't you?
Well, I'm confident in my own abilities. You
The
know.
weave connects you. The moment feels intimate.
I think we're good to call it a night. Gale is really nice, but again, I'm role-playing as if there's somebody to whom we're trying to get back to. You understand? So, Gale will be a wonderful friend for our journey, but no more than a friend.
The weave evaporates, and as it does so, you realize the night feels suddenly cold and lonesome.
Oh. There it goes. How easily things slip away from us, no matter how hard they were in the obtaining. Good night. I enjoyed sharing a moment of magic with you.
Likewise, as did I. Very cool. Alright, so from here we go to Wyll.
Gale slurped that thing up like a horse with a carrot. I hope he got what he
Like a
needed.
horse with a carrot. I like that. Yeah, okay, we'll just go through these one by one. How did you end up chasing a devil in
Karnak's
hell?
fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it, and she was planning to return. One of the archdevils Zariel's own, chaos incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlach might be taking, the damage she might be doing.
Who is the source, the person on the
A
inside?
powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to say no more.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. What else is on your mind?
Where does your nickname come from, the Blade of
My
Frontiers?
father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse bled into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
What became of the boy?
I left him with his uncles. 5 years on, and he's flourishing. If only every child was so lucky. I mourn the ones I could never save, whose cries I never heard. In the boy's tears, I finally saw the suffering wrought by the villains of the wild. The frontiers demanded a blade, and so I heeded.
It's finally nice to put a face to the name. Or, yeah, what about before that?
Baldur's Gate, born and raised. The only son of a single father. He wanted one life for me. I chose another. We haven't spoken since I left the city. A classic drama. A staunch father and his rebellious son. Better heard from the bard's lips than mine.
Well, I am a bard, so there's that. Noticed your stone eye. Did you lose it in battle?
A most
I didn't
vicious
even
one,
realize
in
it was
fact.
stone. I
It's
thought it was
made
just...
from pure bloodstone.
Huh.
Carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days.
Okay.
By all means.
I think that's probably
What else is on your mind?
it. Yeah. Cool. Nice to hear more about his backstory. I really like him a lot. He's got a compelling personality. All right, Lae'zel.
Gale is positively voracious. Well, let
Everybody's
him suck
commenting
up all
on
the
it.
magic he needs, as long as he doesn't snack on a githyanki silver sword.
Everybody loves gossiping. What do you know about the Mind
I
Flayers?
understand much beyond your comprehension.
Yes, I
More to the
know.
point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less.
Wow. What happens if we don't find it?
Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born.
Enough about a Saturday morning hangover. What does a Mind Flayer process look like? She doesn't get it. She doesn't get humor. How are you so
Because
calm?
I do not intend to let this happen. Not
Well, she
to
doesn't
me,
seem very
and
calm,
if you stick
actually,
with
now that I
me,
think about
not
it.
to you. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me.
Yeah, I mean, that does seem positive.
Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
Githyanki are rare. Yeah, I mean, not to put too much of a importance on physical appearance, but you are unusual, unique even.
I expect I am your first.
Yeah, I know of them, but I've never met one. Yeah, probably as a bard, that would be true.
Of course you haven't. They would have cut you from navel to neck. You are no less
Yeah,
alien to
maybe.
me than I am to you. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them.
My kind as in
That
humans?
large, fleshy nose
Or
of
half-elves,
yours
I
looks
mean?
like a mistake.
Doesn't look that much. Yeah. Isn't that large.
Decadent, then. Lacking in economy.
Whatever.
Like so much of this world and its undisciplined people.
Are you sure Kresh is our only path?
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Sathisk purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding.
Yeah, books, I mean, you have to put a lot of trust in them.
Not books, but slates. Wisdom so profound it is etched into stone. Truth as perfect as the queen who decreed it. Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant order turns to chaos and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities.
That's impressive. Alright, and Astarion.
I've known people who are hungry for power. Gale takes it a bit too literally for my liking.
Literally everyone is
Wonder
commenting
how he
on this.
Does it? Why he does it?
I don't know, why don't you go ask him?
I'm sure all will be revealed in time, but I don't like it. A waste of perfectly good treasure.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, but anyway, tell me about yourself.
What's to tell? I was sired by a vampire named Cazador. Everything before that is so long ago it's ancient history. And everything that came after, well, I'd rather not reflect on it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, nothing about your life before the turning?
I was a magistrate, working
Oh.
to keep the peace in Baldur's Gate. Imprisoning troublemakers, that kind of thing.
I did not take you for the law.
I can't remember much, truth be told. Centuries of torment will do that to you.
Hope I never find out. Yeah. Hopefully you're okay with talking about it. We'll just say your history in general.
Why do you insist on exhuming the past?
We're just making
I was
conversation.
A slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again.
How did it happen?
I was attacked. A gang of vagrants, a tribe of wandering Gur, took issue with a ruling I'd made. They beat me to death's door when Cazador appeared. He chased them off and offered to save me, to give me eternal life.
Unless they were hired by
Given that my choices
Cazador.
were eternal life or bleed to death on the street, I took him up on the offer.
I bet you he hired them in order to try to get a new
It was only
follower.
afterwards I realized just how long eternity could be.
And how do you become a vampire by your telling?
It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free and a true vampire.
In theory?
People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts. So why would any vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor?
Ah, I see. Interesting.
Trust
I wasn't familiar
It doesn't happen.
with that part of the lore. Cool. I'm glad to know more. So, what is his quest now? Yeah, we learned a lot more about him. And we've got to keep traveling with him. Next is Shadowheart.
So, Gale just consumes
we
magical
go.
items like I do wine. We truly are a group apart.
Yeah, you might
Nevertheless,
say
as
so.
quirks go, that's a new one for me.
I think you're keeping something from me. Let's chat.
This again.
Yes.
You're persistent. I'll give you that.
I am. I want to know. Yeah, let's roll a persuasion check. Scroll of Charm person. No, I won't do that. Finally, a 19. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
not going to let this go, are you?
No, I'm not.
You might wish you had. I worship Shah, the mistress of the night. It is my holy mission to oppose Selûne, her teachings and her followers.
It hurts.
Now that you have the truth, please don't make a big fuss about it.
Yeah, how long? Well, could have told me, yeah. I mean, not to say that I have many secrets, but being forthright is important.
Forever, ideally. And you assume too much about what I can and cannot tell. Secrecy is everything for Shah's children. It is our code, our creed, our shield. I even keep secrets from myself. I had my memories suppressed, so that nothing I know could be used against the Dark Lady. Once I prove myself, my memories will be restored.
Interesting.
I'm not
So
sorry
how
I
are you
kept this
being
from
manipulated?
Not one bit. Though, perhaps that might change, if you can show an open mind.
I feel like I have so far. Yeah, let's chat.
All right. As I said, Shah is my patron, my mistress. Goddess of darkness and loss. I assume you've heard of her?
Yeah, I won't judge one way or another. I mean, as a bard, I would have heard of a lot of different faiths.
Curious. Most are afraid of my lady. I think I did well by joining you. Most agreeable company.
Oh, thank you. Okay, why are you in pain? That's the real thing I want to know.
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow.
What triggers it?
It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure.
And why would she put you through that kind of pain and turmoil?
I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons.
Yeah, maybe. How can you manage the pain?
It's less difficult than you might imagine when you can't remember life without it. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
I'm not going to call her out like this. I hope you'll be more honest in the future. Because, you know, like, I can understand that she's got some stuff she wants to keep to herself. Talk about all that's happened to us,
Fine.
yeah.
What's on your mind?
How am I holding up in your estimations? Sure,
I
I'll
don't
ask.
think I've ever had a confidant quite like you.
Oh, that's good.
And if I have, I can't remember them.
Cool. That's that. Is there anybody that I've missed? I feel like I always feel like there's somebody I've forgotten to talk to. But I think that's everybody, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I think that's everybody. So, unless there's something else I need to do before bed, which I don't think there is, then I may as well go ahead and call it a night. All right, use one of our bajillion camp supplies. What are we going to do? We'll just use another one of these supply packs. Sure. Is there anything that's going to interrupt our night tonight? No, apparently not. Well, that's a plus. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do right now. Let me decide who I want to bring with us, and I will get them added to the party or removed from the party as the case may be, and we'll go from there. So what I've opted to do is to go ahead and actually go back to our original crew from our first couple days here on the coast. So meaning we're going to keep Gale around. He is just too useful to give up. And then we're going to bring back Shadowheart and Lae'zel. And because we've gained quite a bit of XP since they departed from us, we get the opportunity to level them up as well, which is very exciting. So first and foremost, let's get Shadowheart all leveled up. All right, up to level 4. And for her, we will take... Produce Flame is pretty cool, as is Thaumaturgy. We don't really need advantage on Intimidation and Performance. But we're going to take it anyway, because it's fun. It's just too fun. And then we're going to take Ability Improvements. So we want to get our Wisdom as high as possible. So we're going to take that. We'll do 1 in Wisdom and 1 in Constitution. There we go. That's going to be useful for her. Okay, and then we get to level up Lae'zel as well. As a fighter, she's not going to have hardly anything for us to choose. Just pretty much we'll go Strength and Con for her as well. There we go. Yeah, look at you, Lae'zel. Looking good. Do we want to keep the hat? Is it time to is it time to give the hat a break? I think it's time to give the hat a break. As funny as it is. And from that, we want to jump into the village, I believe, because our intention is to finally clear out that Goblin
really.
Camp.
Do you find a point on it?
A humble specimen, aren't you?
On occasion.
Alright, are there any ritual spells we want to cast? I'm going to say Speak with Animals. We want to do that. Gale, we want to cast... where's Gale? There we go. We want to go ahead and cast Find Familiar. Let's get our Raven. Anything... So right now we have Speak with Animals up and running. We want to go ahead and get Speak with Dead. We don't have a target, but we will be able to here in not too long. Any other ritual spells we want to cast? Not here, I don't think. Lae'zel has no ritual spells. Let's see. I guess we could go ahead and cast Mage Armor, and it lasts until a long rest. That probably would be for the best. Actually, let's check on Gale real quick, because here's the thing. So right now his AC is 13. Or we could cast Mage Armor and it's 13 plus Dex modifier. Oh, okay, so yes, we definitely want to do that. His Dex modifier is, what, +1? That's probably worth it, right? Okay. We'll go ahead and cast it on ourselves. Get a little bit of extra AC. So there we go. That one is good to go. Anything else that lasts until a long rest or that we can cast as a ritual? Let's see. Bless, disguise self, mirror image, cure wounds, pass without a trace, no. Blessing of the trickster, no. Spiritual weapon. Okay, I think we're set. So, what is the best path to get across? We're gonna leave that little knoll area for a while. Maybe if we do a good job of clearing the Goblin Camp, we'll head back. But we actually, I guess, just head due west across this bridge. Yeah. So let's do that.
Right on my feet.
I assume we're going to be challenged by Goblin scouts. So we may or may not decide to face them head on. If we can figure out a way that's a little more strategically impactful. Oh, there's a brazier here. I wonder what that's used for. The Goblin Camp. Interesting. I wonder, do we just roll up to the front gate and demand to see the druid and that the druid be let go? Sharp eye snurred. All right. Well, we've had good success.
A war drum. One of those can summon fighters far and wide.
Yeah, war drum here. So I guess, I don't know. We could try to sneak around, but we've had really good success with talking our way out of situations. And we are a bard. That is kind of our thing. So I say, let's be brazen. Let's just go in there, act like we own the place, and let the chips fall where they may.
Time to press ahead.
Look it, Claw. Sapper's here. Unless you got another reason to be here. Faerun.
Well, as a matter of fact...
Let's try to be diplomatic, shall we? Goblins don't come by the handfuls, but by the dozens.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Looking for someone named Hausen. We're really good at deception. Pretty good at intimidation. I don't know, let's try a little bit of deception here. Your leader summoned me. DC 15, we'll get guidance from Gale. We just need like a roll above 5. Oh, how about a 19? 30? Bards are ridiculous,
Well,
man.
Guess we're in with all sorts these days.
Yep.
If you're here to see Draw Ragslin, you'll want to let him and the lads know you're one of us. There's a party on. Celebrating a raid we are. You'll need to wear our war colours.
Oh, okay.
Nice to have this across the mug. Ought to do it.
Really?
Go on. Don't skimp, neither.
Wink, gather the dung and fling it on all 4 guards. I have a feeling they're not going to like it. It's not my first time, yeah. It's demeaning, but it's It's gonna save us some resources.
I can't believe you did it! You stupid idiot! Go
Yeah,
on,
okay.
Mate. Enjoy
Whatever.
the festivities. You earned it.
But see, the alternative would have been... Anyway. Looking for someone named Halsin.
Who? If he ain't one of us, and if he's here, he's down in the pits.
Down in the pits, no less. Sounds ominous among creatures that love blood sports. Better step to it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great. Noise coming from behind you, good or bad?
Depends who you are. We're celebrating a raid. No better time in camp than this. Get yourself a bit of fun before it dries up.
Alright. Any water I can wash my face with?
Rip the guts out of Joaquin's rest, we did. Inns are good for gutting. Lads even captured some Duke. Worth celebrating, that is.
That's a lot of information, actually. Cool.
Lovely.
Next time.
Brings out the color in your eyes.
Shut up, Gale. Shut it. Alright, well...
Wearing me muck. Muck on ya. Good muck.
Well, at least we've got his smell on us, so he's gonna like us, I guess. Small consolation. But we didn't have to, kill them, so that's something. Sometimes being fooled is better than, you know, we don't have to have too much pride in ourselves, as I guess what I'm saying.
And the Knoll gnawed her arm clean off. So much for the flaming fist, eh?
Where?
You ain't here. We sacked Joaquin's rest and left it to burn. Drow flinging magic, Knoll snapping off heads. Inn's nothing but a pile of ash by now. Glorious.
Any
Bunch
survivors?
of prisoners got towed to Moonrise. City snobs mostly. But the flaming fist? Pile of smoking corpses.
And how do I get to Moonrise?
You ain't know the broken road? Nah.
Pretend that I don't.
I'll tell you real slow like, so you don't miss it. North.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. So we'll go rescue some survivors, maybe, in that case. Alright, where is Halsin and the crew? Okay, I guess I should have turned right. Should have gone this way. Seems a bit more promising. Oh wow, you hear that party music going on? Uh-oh. Whoa. That's not good for our whole group to be down like this.
Hear my voice. Obey my command.
The voice is irresistible. You recognize the overwhelming authority that you've used on others, only infinitely stronger.
Probably the absolute,
Your
right?
vision clouds, leaving you in a dark, featureless shadowscape. Nothingness in every direction. Then there are three figures before you. An armored male elf exuding power and command. A handsome younger man with a quick, easy smile. And a pale young woman with even paler eyes.
Yeah, we saw a drawing of that before.
Are my chosen. They speak for me. Aid their search for the weapon, and you will be worthy to stand beside them in my presence.
The visions fade and the voice falters as a strange energy swells around you. The many-sided artifact. Somehow you understand it's repelling the presence.
Huh. Well, that's the first time it's done anything at all.
My power grows. My forces gather. The
voice is quelled. The artifact's doing.
Interesting. So what would have happened if I hadn't brought Shadowheart? That's fascinating. Yeah, let's take a look at it.
The artifact possesses, it shows no sign of it now.
Okay. Huh. Weird. Very weird. But I guess... So I assume that's the absolute, right? That's the deity or whatever that the goblins worship, but... I had assumed it was basically a scam.
Sounds like they've captured themselves a bard.
Like it was essentially somebody who had illithid mind powers but was just playing it up, you know?
Goblin kind will tease you and throat you and redden.
Oh, we know this guy, Volo.
The stranger in a
We talked to him in the druid camp.
with fragulous crown and with scepter abraid, draw Ragslin, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblin kind had reduced them to cowering filthenny. So raise it, your goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw Ragslin, the true soul, had led you glide.
That's pretty good. Better than I would have come up with on the spot. Oh yeah, Fragulous Glide. Oh, we gotta jump in on this. Continue rhyming. For a soul's not been truer than the Ragslin named Drawer. Let's do that, for sure. Guidance. Just don't roll a 1.
Huh? That was good. Carry it on, Pigeon.
And if you saw him kill manlings, you'd have to yell, hum, fa!
Weak. Yeah. Weak sauce. I heard Ragslin cast shadows that are 20 leagues wide.
Why? He's a meatier creature than any I've spied. Oh, Balderdash.
Improv is hard, I understand.
You making with my pigeon? He's talking stupid now.
No, he's like this all the
Let's
time.
continue our ballad. Draw Ragslin, draw Ragslin. I am draw Ragslin. Tumptuous. Draw Ragslin.
He's struggling.
You broke him.
We'll get a couple drinks in him. He'll be right as rain.
Draw Ragslin. We pray. We.
Come on, pigeon. Back to your cage.
Now look what you've done.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to kind of...
It looks right. Of course. Is it even a bug?
Idiot.
I was just trying to mess with him. Not get him locked up, but... So what exactly is the quest? Yeah, he needs help. Okay, well, we'll help him out. Oh. Alright, Gribbo. You know, just chill out a little bit. There's guard Gurgon, who is slightly drunk. A lot of them are slightly drunk here.
Got wings.
Wow, there is a lot here to unpack. And we do not have to fight all of these guys, at least not yet. And there's actually a trader here, which is perfect. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's end the episode here. I'm going to sell off a whole bunch of stuff to this trader here. Hopefully we'll walk away with a lot of gold and a lot emptier inventory. Oh, there's this little fast travel thing here. And then we'll see if we can't sweet talk our way into the fighting pits and maybe get the Druid Hazard released without even having to fire a single shot or cast a single spell. Who's to say? But if anyone can do it, Penelope the Bard and her merry band of compatriots are the ones who are up to the task. Will they succeed or will they fail and go down in a blaze of goblin fire arrows? Find out in the next episode. And farewell for now.